Welcome back to Everything Grows. Did you guys miss me? Because I missed y'all. It's been like a good 2 weeks since I posted a podcast episode. Last week was just not the right time to post it. And one thing about me is I'm not going to post something and have it be half done. So I'm going to post something whenever I feel my best. And whenever you don't feel your best, don't feel forced to post your content, because I just feel like that's not authentic, and it's just not beneficial to you as the creator. So we're back, and today we're talking about passion. Originally, this episode was not supposed to be about passion, but I recently had a conversation with a friend, and it just really inspired me. And anytime I have a conversation with a friend about anything, it always just sparks me to just talk about it. So I wanted to talk about passion because it's played a huge part in my life. I'm a very passionate person, in case you can't tell, and a lot of my life and a lot of my interests are, fueled by my passion. I think whenever I watch a movie or TV show or read a book or hear any sort of music, any sort of art, I'm just always moved by it. And my life is really about just helping people feel moved. Everything I do is just to help others. That's like the root of who I am, and passion is just a big part of that. And so today, that's what we're going to talk about. I'm going to talk about ways to find your passion and how you don't even have to be obligated to find your passion. Sometimes it just takes getting in tune with yourself and finding what truly makes you happy. Merriam-Webster describes passion as a strong feeling or emotion, an object of someone's love, liking, or desire, such as having a passion for drawing or singing, music. It's all about what makes us feel good. Passion at its root is all about feeling good and wanting more of that good. Think about something that you feel strongly about. It doesn't have to be art related, it can be advocacy for a particular issue that's arisen, a belief you feel strongly in, a hobby that you love to do in your free time, or it can be work that you do every day. It all comes down to what makes you feel good and how that can impact others. Since I've grown up, I've realized that at the heart of everything I do, art stays in the background. I've always viewed life as art, and I resonate with so many visual artists when they describe their passion for a project that they're working on. I'm passionate about video, whether it's broadcast, social media, short form video, or vlogging, film, anything. Any style of video that speaks to me speaks to my passion. There's purpose behind what fuels our passions, and I believe we are all multi passionate. These days and times, especially on social media, it seems that everyone wants to fit into a box. You have to check off one of the 5 boxes in order to fit in and be trendy. The problem is that there are limitations to what your passion can inspire. Passion comes from the ability to be free, free of the expectations and rules. Passion never has any limitations. I was always into creativity, art. I loved reading books, and I loved making people feel good about things based off of what I created. And that's what kind of inspired me to morph into this creative thinker, insightful thinker, I guess you could say. I'm just always looking to think outside the box. When I was in school growing up from K through 12, I became very passionate about singing, writing at one point, creative writing. I was very passionate about that. In every single English class I had, I got like really, really good grades on tests compared to like all the other courses that I was taking. My English classes always just stood out, and that's how you knew where my passion was. It wasn't in science or, geography, math. I just felt that though those other subjects have their own purpose, it wasn't fueling my purpose. It wasn't giving me any inspiration. I'm not the most analytical thinker. I'm more observational, insightful, and I just try to pay attention to how every decision affects me and everyone around me. In school, I kind of gravitated towards the creative arts. So by the time I was and like a sophomore in high school, I was taking theater, and I just remember never really sharing my singing voice with my theater teacher, and she heard it and she was like, "You know what, Faith? I want you to be a part of our Legally Blonde show." And I was like, I don't know about that. I was really nervous, so I went in audition and it was good. They were like, "Yeah." So I got a call back, and mind you, I had just transferred to that public school from a private school. So when you're transferring to a public school from a private school, there's a lot of adjustments that you have to go through, including academic adjustments. Though I was going to be able to be in the show, my grades dropped. And I just felt really, really bad because I just couldn't commit to being a part of the show. My theater teacher, she loved me and she really would have wished for me to be a part of that. But, everything happens for a reason. Just hearing them, give feedback on my audition and everything, it made me remember that, okay, this is something that you really have to remember and hold on to. The fact that you were able to put yourself out there and try and sing in front of all of those people who are auditioning for the same parts as you, possibly, who knows? It was a lot of fun. And I didn't stop there. I continued doing a theater class. I'm not a pro at acting, y'all. Like, I didn't pursue acting. I mean, there's many kids that were in many theater productions in school, but that wasn't me. I was in choir because I just felt it was easier to commit to. Not that theater wouldn't have been easy to commit to, but it's a lot of time and effort, and my circumstances didn't allow me that. But choir was a lot of fun. Choir would have to have been the place where I really felt that I belonged, especially as a teenager, in high school. You just want to find a place where you fit in and where everyone has similar interests and goals. And we just want to share our love of singing, music, all that. And it's a very passionate atmosphere. It's a hardworking atmosphere. And my choir teacher, he was just so passionate about us getting it right. So he was hard on us, but he did what he had to do because that really helped us learn, the importance of perfecting our craft. Being able to explore what I was able to do in high school kind of helped me pursue other things as I entered the real world. Just like people wonder what they want to do with their life, some wonder what they're passionate about. I see a lot of people on TikTok pointing out that they have no passion and that it's making them feel inadequate about life because aren't we supposed to know what we're passionate about at some point? That depends on the person. There are numerous articles that list out ways to find your passion. They say make a list of things you love to do, figure out your values and your vision statement. Identifying all of these is great, and there's something about curiosity that feeds the soul more than searching for it ever will. When you're growing up, your interests are sparked by curiosity. That show you binge watched in 1 week, curiosity. Why? Because you wanted more. You wanted to learn more of what would happen. That instrument you started playing at 8 years old, that was curiosity. The questions you ask about why this sound is made in this key or how to blend these notes together, that sparked your hunger for curiosity. When you act on your curiosity, you are forming a passion. Why do you think the things you love don't seem as boring to you as it would someone else? Because it feeds you on an emotional level. I'm sure that majority of you listening are a part of Gen Z. We're already known as the laziest generation. We don't want to work. We want to work independently and job hop. I think that's because we're more aware and responsive to our mental health and overall well-being. We're the generation that challenges capitalism more than ever because we understand that it's not a healthy cycle. Just because things are this way doesn't mean they have to be this way. I can't imagine leaving the office at 7 when I was supposed to leave at 4. It can be called hard work, but I also call it a work and life imbalance. It's possible to have your passion as your job. I mean, look at authors, directors, makeup artists, teachers, counselors, pediatricians, motivational speakers, etc. Many of these people help and direct others in the direction they need to go in. I'm sure they have their challenges, but at the root of their occupation, they're helping people, and that's what fuels them even more. Here's the thing about passion: you're not going to find it by searching for it. When people ask you what your favorite color is or favorite food, you don't go searching for the answer. It's already in you based off of your experience and what you've discovered. Passion is the same way. It's innate, and it's something that is guided by feeling. We've talked a lot about passion and how past experiences can fuel it, but how long does it take to find it? Well, it's not a matter of finding it, it's a matter of embracing it. I think we all at some point have discovered our passions subconsciously before they were ever accepted. I guess that's why social media can be effective in this instance, because when you see other people embracing their passion and sharing it with the world, that inspires you to do the same. There's many people that inspire me. I'm constantly scrolling and I'm seeing these people, and I wonder to myself, how long did it take for them to figure out this was something they were passionate about? I then look and realize these people made the effort to practice and spend more time doing the things they loved. I think hustle culture will burn you out, and it won't fulfill you in the way your passion can. Objectively, both can fulfill you in different ways, but there is only one that sticks with you to the very end. I think about the wide range of artists we see on television or social media. I watch a lot of actor and actor segments from a Variety magazine because actors, though they dress up, for a job, there's this level of intense artistry that I just respect so much. I take them all seriously because look how they're able to convey their emotions in word and action. Many of them discovered that this is something they want to pursue, and they didn't give up. They spent hours perfecting it, mastering it. Now they receive worldwide recognition, aka Viola Davis, Meryl Streep. Your passion doesn't have to make you famous. It just needs to make you happy. In the previous episode of Everything Grows, I talked about the importance of embracing your inner child and how doing so will help you discover more of who you are. Your original true self is your inner child, and discovering more parts of your inner child means discovering this new world that's been waiting for you. I believe that our passions are a gift from God to bless others. Whether it's singing, acting, writing, building, fixing, creating, one of these is blessing somebody. Talking about passion just makes me passionate. The thing about passion is it's not like this literal term. Like, it's not something that you can just sit down and just figure out off the top of your head. Like, this comes with time. It comes with time, and it's going to come with tears and lots of pain a lot of the times. It's making mistakes. That's what it's about. It's about making mistakes and giving yourself grace to figuring out what works for you, what comes natural to you. Whatever comes natural to you is a hint at what your passions could be. So you may be sitting down and saying, I don't really have a passion. I don't really know what I'm passionate about. Well, you can be passionate about the people in your life, right? You can be passionate about learning from them, teaching them things. You never know. There's always something to discover. So pay attention to how you behave, how you talk, the things you find interest in. Try to figure out exactly what that is. And that's going to kind of be your self-discovery journey. That's a part of that journey. It's just figuring out who you are, what works for you, The best thing is to never force yourself to fit something. So you may see people on social media who share their passions, but that's not the only type of passions there are. Many of the passions that are displayed on social media are more of like the arts or like creative content sort of things, but you can find passion within yourself and have it not be determined by what you see online. It's about staying true to who you are. So whatever it is you find passion in, do it with your whole entire heart. Passion comes from the heart. You know, it's innate. It's something that's in you. So make sure to just be true to who you are and you'll be all right. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to listen to this week's episode of Everything Grows. I know we had a little bit of a break, but I'm going to try not to have too many breaks because I understand, there's importance in being consistent in the things you love, but it's also important to give yourself grace, like I always say. Make sure to follow Everything Grows on Instagram at Everything Grows Podcast. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Do something fun. I mean, if you want to stay in and watch a movie, stay in and watch a movie. If you want to go sightsee somewhere. Do something that makes your heart happy. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you later.